Knights of X, it ain't easy being this cheesy because I think this may be the record for the highest amount of key cards in a single battle in Sector 5. I'm talking one battle, full auto, 90 key cards. 60 of them are from Sector 5. 2 of them are global feats, so it's kind of like mixing them together. So technically, it's going to be 90 in a single battle if you get lucky with some of the out-of-attack turns. I'm going to explain everything in a second, but the most important part, Sector 5. Every single feat, one battle full auto. That's it. This is going to be the quickest Sector 5 video of all time. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to head into the game right now. You guys got to check this out. All of it. 300 dots. Ability block. Fracture. Evasion up. One battle full auto. It's insane. Absolutely insane. You don't have to worry about grinding anything for the sector if you have this team. And for the most part, super accessible besides one Galactic Legend who you could swap out with for another tank. So, before I showcase the team, I want to showcase what is needed for this. There's a couple different things you're going to need, guys. These are the data discs. These are the combo data discs that you need, but you have to make sure, the most important, is this one over here. And you can't really see it because it's covered by me, so I'm going to hide my webcam. F-34T Training Droid. What this does is it allows the enemy team not to die, and it gives them tenacity down. They are immune to tenacity up. They cannot be reduced down to 1% health while the enemy leader is present. So, that's the data disc combination. This volatile accelerator is going to help count the damage over time feat. It only makes it easier. It's not essential. It just makes it easier. We have a character that's going to be applying dots anyway. Unstable decelerator. It's nice to stop the enemy team from taking turns. A luxury, not essential. Weak spot, not essential by any means. The reason Booming Voice is in here so that we can get our global feat done. So if you're able to get the Pirates feat done, you're going to be in good shape, or whatever feat it was. And once you finish that global feat, you're going to get access to Booming Voice, which you need to complete 60 times to get 15 key cards. That's the only reason why it's in here, is to help get the global feat done. So this is really nice. The next thing that is essential for, well, not essential, I'm going to say, for you to do it in one battle, this will be essential. Deployable cooling systems. You get this from doing 300 Purge. You should be utilizing that in Sector 4. If you get your Purge done by Sector 4, heading into Sector 5, you're going to have access to this. So even if you go through Sector 5 and you have to go back to this node to get it done, it's going to be worth it. You don't have to worry about grinding endless battles for this feat. But deploying cooling systems is what makes the difference between getting it done in one battle compared to 2 or 3. This is very nice. You're pretty much reducing cooldowns by 1 for each buff you gain by 15% chance. So it's very nice. We grant a lot of buffs on our team, so it's really good and great turn meter manipulation. So I have the video showcased for you. So we're going to show you everything right now. But the most important thing as well is the node. So whoops, heading back into Conquest, the node in Sector 5. This right here. The mini boss node. The reason why I love this, there are 0 AoE attackers or damage dealers. Single target fire. And it lasts 10 minutes. That's the plus. It's a 10-minute battle. You're in no threat. It's very, very easy. Now, the team comp. I can't showcase it right now until we get to the video because I'm not spending that much energy. But let's get to the fun stuff, okay? Heading towards the video. I showcase everything. You're going to see me take a little bit of time. We're going to go on 1.5 speed. I try to showcase everything. I had deployable cooling systems attached. Over here, I think I show... Do I show the feats? Yeah, that's what my current standing was with the feats at the start of this battle. So I had 1 ability block, 5 evasion up, and 41 damage over times. Not that crazy amount. That was just for me doing random pirate battles. So what you have to do... yeah, I'm just showing that again. Also showing the global feat and the deploying cooling systems thing. I just wanted to show you where I stood before I started this battle. So what you do... This was my video comp from the infographic. Then I found out there's no commando formation. That changes up the strategy, so you have to swap out Malik. Because you want to make sure you can keep your other damage dealers and characters alive and not be able to be hit by Jedi Training Ray with Daze or a big hit from ATF. So what you have to do is you swap out Malik, and JML is going to be your friend because he's a tank and he has an AoE ability block. So I don't want you guys to think if you don't have JML, the strategy is over. It's not. Just pick a random tank on your roster that's durable. Kylo Ren Unmasked, Reva, Malgus, Balin, Royal Guard. Anyone that's really tanky, try to put some defense mods in them. It's going to be helpful. But your best character as a tank to do this is by far JML. Like I said, the most durable, has an AoE ability block, tenacity down, grants buffs to the team. It's very nice. So JML is going to be your tank. Rex, main purpose, turn meter manipulation. Every time you're getting crit, your team is getting turn meter. He's got a tenacity up ability, which is going to grant even more turn meter to your team. That counts as a buff. You have chances of reducing your cooldowns because of the buff from tenacity up. He's amazing on this team. Amazing. Next up, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Your ability block on a basic, whenever he does speed up, it turns into an inflict of ability block. I believe it counts it. So that's also a luxury with him. But the most important part, Fracture. His middle ability applies Fracture. With deployable cooling systems up, he's going to get a bunch per battle. And you're going to see how close I was. I missed it by maybe 1. I got like 39. And that's just going to be RNG with the cooldowns. But I'm telling you, it can be done in 1 battle. Worst case scenario, 2. It's not the end of the world. Wat Tambor. Main purpose, put the tank tech on JML. Weapon tech on Thrawn and take more turns to get more Fracture. And the healing tech on Rex. Now, the most important part about him as well, besides the tech, is every time an ally uses a special ability that has a tech attached to them, he's inflicting a damage over time. So that's going to help you with your dots, feet, and Sector 5. If you're worried about landing it, you don't have a high potency Watt, that's where Volatile Accelerator comes into play, because it counts towards the feet. So that's why I wanted to include it here. And then Han Solo, his main purpose, Evasion up AoE. So he's going to get that done very fast. That's for sure one and done. That's the point of this comp. But that's enough rambling. Let's get to the gameplay. I'm going to show you guys the exact strategy. It's on 1.5 speed, so you're going to see. Show you guys the opening play. First things first. Stun whoever. Does not matter. Tank tech JML. Always. Fracture. Boom. Tenacity up. Booming voice. Helping them get their turns. AoE ability block. Very nice. Evasion up. Put the weapon tech on Thrawn. That's the one on the far right. Super important. You don't throw it on full auto yet. You want to wait until you get the last tech on. I prefer it on Rex. I feel like he takes more turns. So over here, you see how we keep reducing our cooldowns? All the fractures up and up and up. So if you wanted to play it manually, you could, but no one has time for that. We want to walk away and do other things with our life, like go to the gym, get a pump, have a nice snack, make a coffee espresso. That's what we want to do here. So here's the thing. Once this is up and running, it's full auto, rest is cake. There will be RNG with the cooldowns. I think if I didn't mess up this play right here, the fracture would have been done this battle. I missed it by 1 or 2. I'm telling you, I don't think I included in the recording. I had like 38 or 39. So if I didn't mess up the opening part, I probably would have gotten it done. If you don't control Cal, he's going to continue to put a 2-turn ability block and buff immunity on you, which is very annoying. So that took away about 40 seconds for my potential spamming even more. So you got to control Cal. Jedi Training Rey, I made the mistake of by focusing her after in this battle. I think focusing on Jedi Training Rey is bad because the more turns she takes, the more turn meter Thrawn's going to get. So you kind of want her to take some turns. Your JML is never going to get to a point where he's going to lose his protection because he's healing. I decided to change targets onto Jedi Training Rey. Like I said, I don't think that was the right play. So if I were you guys, I would throw this on full auto and full send on Cal for the whole battle. Keep him locked down. You don't want that AoE buff immunity or ability block. And just stall it out. So you're going to see that crew is going to take a turn every now and then. Remove the taunt off of him. Then go back to focusing Cal. That's going to be your best strategy. But do not target Jedi Training Rey. I think that was a mistake on my part. So I will fast forward this till the end. You're going to see how many keycards we got. I was so close. So this is full auto. I'm going to go to the last 15 seconds. Booming voice, I got about like 50. Very close. But you guys you'll see it in a second. 3 seconds left, and I click the screen, and 3, 2, 1, boom. 300 dots, 50 ability block, 60 evasion up, and deployable cooling systems. The only thing I missed was the fracture by, I'm telling you, 1 or 2 abilities. So close. And booming voice was almost there, about 8 away. That you could be done throughout the rest of the sector. So that's not even the whole part about Sector 5. I just wanted to showcase a potential record for a single data disc or single key cards in a battle. So in this particular moment, I got 60, but you have the verge of getting freaking 90. I was so close, at the minimum 75. But everyone should have access to those characters besides JML. He's a Galactic Legend, so I'm not going to say everyone's going to have that. But the rest, there's no excuse not to have that in your roster. They're all really good characters, easy to access, and actually made this Sector 5 probably the easiest Sector 5 in the history of Conquest. So that's a breeze. Want to showcase that, but we're not done with the video. We want to showcase the mini-boss Forlom Survive feat. So what I do, my typical cheese, Maul DeLoreans. Make sure you take off the F-34 training droids. Data disc, because you're not going to be able to end the battle. You put the weapon tech over on Maul. You do the middle special. Canderous gains turn meter. Look at that. Look at all that damage. Weak spot and volatile accelerator. Very, very good. So over here, just use Maul's second ability. They don't take a turn. Forlom is absolutely fine. And I did have booming voice, I believe, attached to it, so I made it even easier. Forlom Survive feat. Now, the only thing we have to talk about is going to be the final boss node, which is win with Pirate King Hano surviving. And if you guys have Pirate King Hano surviving, or you have him in your roster, you're not going to need any help with this. But I do want to showcase what I did with the strategy. Practically, I just gunned down Balin. I did have booming voice, I believe. I didn't have booming voice yet on this one, but it took a little bit of time. I just focused him. Pretty much the same data discs, nothing crazy. Obviously, they go a little hard here, but SM33 is absolutely going to wreak havoc. If you don't have SM33, OG Hano is going to be a great replacement. You can put Captive, does a lot of damage, and really, really strong of a character. So, just takes a little bit of time. They go into damage immunity, all of them, so you have to wait for your buff removals, which you have quite a bit, as you can see here. So, not that difficult. I go ahead, kill Cad Bane. I probably should have targeted Shin, but just like that. Not that hard. Really, really easy. Pirate King Hano surviving. That's it. And the last thing is win without using a Galactic Legend in your squad. I decided to go with Bo-Katan Mandalore because why not? She's pretty fun to use. They have a good speed advantage, but she's not going to be able to get stunned because she has a Undispellable Tenacity up in the beginning of the battle. So over here, I go for a cleanse. Our cooldowns are jacked in the beginning. I'm not sure why. There's something in part of them that increases our cooldowns. So I don't know what it was, but our cooldowns were increased on some characters. So I did go for the blind here. Or do I go for the cleanse? No, I go for the blind. There we go. And then over here, she's going to get a big cleanse ability. I go for Balin, and he's cooked. Just like that. And the rest of the battle is super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Many different options you could use. You could probably try to go with General Skywalker with high damage. I just thought Bo-Katan was a really fun option because I didn't get to use her this Conquest. And she's pretty good with her passive defense. So I thought it'd be fun to use her for the final node of Conquest. And that is going to wrap up Sector 5. It was really, honestly, I'm not kidding. That's the easiest Sector 5 I think I've ever done in my year and a half of doing content for Galaxy of Heroes. Almost 2 years in June. That was by far the easiest one. So hopefully this guy's helped you with your Sector 5 and made the cheese extra more fun because it's very good to walk away and have the game, you know, do itself for you, be efficient, and get your red crate. What's more fun than that? So, probably not going to be the last Conquest video for this Cobb Vanth guide. We still want to go over the Survive stuff, some of the Global Purge, and maybe the Pirate one where everyone's worried about not having a full squad of Pirates or high gear relic Pirates. We're going to find a strategy for you guys. So, but still, if this Sector 5 was helpful, I would appreciate it if you guys share it with your guilds. Leave a like, comment down below, and the most important, subscribe to me, your boy Vex, because we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I could appreciate all of your guys' support. So come and join the Knights of Vex. It's been a pleasure, guys, and hopefully this helped you. So may the Force be with you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.